My upstairs neighbor blasted music at 3 a.m. every night, so I signed him up for every 6 a.m. delivery service in the city. This dude, Kyle, who lived right above me, was absolutely destroying my sleep schedule. The walls in my apartment building are basically made of paper, so it sounded like he was having a rave in my bedroom. I work at a coffee shop and have to be there by 6:30 a.m., so I was getting maybe 2 hours of sleep because this guy thought he was some kind of DJ. I tried knocking on his door multiple times, but he'd either ignore me completely or open it halfway and be like, "Oh, sorry, man," then blast it even louder an hour later. The building manager was useless too. I filed 3 complaints, and she kept saying she'd look into it, but nothing ever happened. Kyle knew exactly what he was doing and didn't care about anyone else. So after about 2 weeks of this torture, I was sitting at work completely dead from exhaustion when my coworker Jake mentioned how his girlfriend signed up for like 10 different grocery delivery services to compare prices. That's when it hit me. I went home that night and spent about 3 hours on my laptop. I signed Kyle up for every single delivery service I could find in our city. Grocery stores, pharmacies, restaurants, flower shops, dry cleaning, literally everything. I used his apartment number and made sure to schedule everything between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. The beautiful part was, most of these services let you schedule deliveries without actually ordering anything first. So I'd sign him up, verify his address, and set delivery windows for the next morning. Some required small orders, so I'd buy like a single banana or 1 roll of toilet paper, just enough to make it legit. I also found this service that delivers fresh bread every morning and signed him up for their daily subscription. Another one was this organic juice company that does 6 a.m. deliveries for some health nut crowd. There was even a pet food delivery service, so I signed him up saying he had 3 cats. The next morning around 6:15, I heard the first knock, then another one 5 minutes later. By 6:30, there were literally people lined up in the hallway with bags and boxes, all asking for Kyle in apartment 4B. I could hear him through the ceiling going, "What the hell?" and stumbling around. The delivery people were getting annoyed too because Kyle obviously wasn't expecting any of this stuff. I heard him trying to explain to like 5 different people that he didn't order groceries, flowers, cat food, or dry cleaning. One guy was apparently from some fancy bakery with fresh croissants. This went on for about a week. Every morning at 6 a.m. sharp, it was like Black Friday at Kyle's door. The funniest part was hearing him on the phone trying to cancel all these services he never signed up for. He kept saying, "I don't even have cats," to the pet food guy. But here's where it gets really good. Kyle's music suddenly stopped, like completely. I think he finally realized that 6 a.m. wake-up calls suck just as much as 3 a.m. bass drops. He couldn't figure out who was doing it, but he definitely got the message. The best part was about 2 weeks later when I saw him in the lobby looking absolutely exhausted. He was telling another neighbor about how someone was pranking him with fake deliveries and how he barely slept anymore because delivery people kept showing up at dawn. I just nodded sympathetically and was like, "Wow, that's crazy. Some people are so inconsiderate." Kyle moved out about a month later. I heard from Jake that he found a place across town. The music problem was finally solved and I never had to deal with sleep deprivation again.